I think overall, defensively, we need to we can't allow 40 free throws in a game, regardless if it's overtime or not. That's just too many fouls and putting guys on the line too easily.
Mike talked about it's not necessarily showing up in games, but he believes that there's more of a cohesiveness in practice. Is that surprising to you at all? I mean, I know it's still preseason and you're working on a lot of stuff, but are you surprised that it looks that disjointed at times?
No, I mean, I think obviously going to a game is a lot different than practice, but we have to be able to implement what we've done in practice onto the court, and there's no way around it. We have to be better in the games, and we're not playing the way that we know that we're capable of playing.
Well, how would you assess that first quarter? It seemed like y'all was implementing a lot of things, and
I think last game, and I think even the first game against Toronto, I think we had a really good first quarter, and we just didn't withstand that throughout the entire game. So we have to be better throughout the course of the game, not just starting the game. But I mean, it's a good start. It's always good to have a good first quarter, but we have to try to play that way the entire game.
We just talked to Malik, and I know you guys have such a good relationship, but how much are you in his ear this year about, we need to see playoff Malik, regular season quite often, and
since we've been back, I mean, there's no, we're not surprising anybody. There's not that factor coming into the game, coming to this season. Obviously, last year we might have surprised a few people. We didn't surprise ourselves, but we might have surprised some other people. But coming into the season, people know how we play. They know what we do, and we have to be able to do that the entire season, not just trying to flip a switch going into the playoffs.
Mike talked about your offense, and I think he called it early flow. He wanted you guys running that a lot more than last year. You only ran it 3.8% of the time last year. Are you still in that mode, or is he opening up the playbook and letting you guys run more of the stuff you were running last year as well?
Right now, I mean, beginning of the season, we're not running that many things, but what we are running has many different options. So that's where we're at right now. Throughout the course of the season, more plays are put into the playbook. Obviously, we have a lot of guys from last year, but we still want to emphasize, what our main offense is, and that's what we're basically practicing right now and practicing in games as well.
How much of a limitation does that feel like it is right now, as you guys are kind of drilling that stuff that he wants you to?
I don't think it limits us. Obviously, we have a lot more things that we can run, but within that, we have so many options. I don't think it limits us at all. I mean, even we're still getting good shots. I think we're just not making the shots at a high clip. But in the first quarter, we've made 8 threes and I think 7 threes in another game. We've gotten the shots that we want to get, and it's not like we're shooting tough shots. We're getting good shots. So we need to continue to do that, continue to get better at that, and then we'll open up the playbook. We know what we have.
I know Mike's been talking about defensive physicality for a while. I'm curious where you think you've taken strides defensively.
Myself, or
you?
Just being able to blow up DHOs and getting over ball screens. Just really emphasizing that. I mean, that's a lot of these guards in the league. Obviously, you just want to try to make them as uncomfortable as possible. Obviously, you're not going to lock guys up every single game. Some games, guys might go for 40. That's just the way that the league is, and that's how good guys are. But you're just trying to make it as tough as possible and just make it to where they're running their offense out just a little bit further away than where they want to run it. And I think that's a win for defense.
Does that take another level of stamina for you, in your offseason conditioning, because you're focused on so much defensively, but Mike wants you guys to really play with a lot of pace?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you push the pace the way that we do. You get to the basket the way that I do. Being able to stop a guy who's also elite on the offensive end is a hard thing to do, and you have to be well conditioned to do it. But that's where I want to be.
How much do you enjoy kind of this budding rivalry now with Golden State?
I mean, we play them so often. We played them 11 times last year. I don't remember if we played them in the preseason, but this year we played them twice in the preseason. And then we got them the second game of the year and the 4th or 5th game of the year. I mean, that's a team right down the street. Obviously, they've won championships, and that's something that we strive for. So it's great that we were able to go up against them so much and just kind of learn while playing them. But obviously, we still want to win.
The 4 or 5 years before that, I mean, didn't feel like you really had a rivalry. I mean, did you have a team out there that you thought that might be games that?
Nah, we definitely didn't, for sure. Obviously, I think last year changes a lot of things. I mean, obviously it was one good year, but we have higher expectations for ourselves, and we want to put ourselves in the same conversation as teams that are contending for championships.
A couple more guys.
Are these ankle braces new? Is that something you're?
No, I've been wearing these ever since I had that ankle sprain. My third year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been wearing them since then.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.
I will